I've been seeing rhythms like this around the internet and totally baffled. Actually, not totally baffled. There are a few tutorials out there that talk about them. They basically use variations of a trumpet note with an in-breath. But then they also shorten it. It's not just like a trumpet with a long breath and a long sound. It's quite pushed. It's quite quick. And for a long time, I was completely stumped on how to integrate this into my playing. One thing I've discovered is that it takes time to develop enough lip strength to push that note out while playing. So that's one piece. It takes time. The other one has to do with circular breath technique. It works with the cheeks, but it's better with the jaw. So here's the first exercise. Starting with a note blown out with a bit of a dropped jaw, and then to squeeze the note out, squeeze the jaw. And you're going to breathe on that higher squeezed note. One thing that I haven't heard mentioned anywhere is how to make that note inside the mouth, what's happening. And I have two main ways. One is just the lips. The tongue adds nothing. You just squeeze with the jaw and the lips tighten and you push that note out. That's all lip strength. Super useful. Work on that and that will actually increase your lip strength. The other one is to move your tongue forward, sort of like you're squirting water from your mouth. And then to breathe in during that. And if you want to add a T sound to the first part, to the drone, then the water push with your tongue on the second part, it would sound like. I go around doing this now while I'm riding my bike or walking around, spit all over the place, but the growth in my lip strength has been amazing, and suddenly it's starting to work in the didge. The didge will also affect the sound. I'm using this spiral didge so I can be up close to the camera. A longer didge with a skinnier neck and a little bit of a wider mouthpiece has been really useful for me. Whatever you can get easier trumpet notes on without having to really push the didge. This one, not bad. It's not bad for a compact didge, but usually a longer didge and a skinnier neck will help a lot. So here's the ta version. That gives it a bit more clarity and articulation. But to practice the lip strength, and this is something I'm still working on, you can just blow squeeze. So practice that, and you can. I would start slow. Start slow, and as long as you, as your articulation is improving, and then slowly speed it up. One of the things I've been enjoying recently is just using a ta sound to create just simple short staccato notes. My tongue's doing a little touch forward, a little ta sound, and then I'm just letting the sound stop. Breathing in between, and then on one of the in-breaths you can squeeze out that trumpet note. And then start to expand from there, so adding more drone, more rhythmic pieces. thing that has been sort of a byproduct of working on this toot with the in-breath is more lip control and strength and more control during my circular breathing, so that now I can buzz my lips and basically play didgeridoo without the didgeridoo. I couldn't really do that before. Before, if I demonstrated a rhythm, it was something like big cheek movement, and that actually made it hard to buzz my lips. I was using the didgeridoo to hold my lips in place. Now with more jaw motion and less cheek motion, and this isn't to say to stop using your cheeks. They're very useful for certain sounds. But the jaw breath is now helping me buzz my lips without the didge. I'm spitting all over my computer here. So I'm going around now riding my bike, walking down the street, practicing this. Now that I can finally basically play didge without a didge. So that's a beautiful side effect, and I think if you can get to that point where you can vibrate your lips and circular breathe without needing the didgeridoo, your playing will jump to entirely new levels. So now I understand what a lot of the much more advanced players are doing when they're demonstrating playing and their lips are buzzing, whereas before I thought, that's crazy, I don't need that, I can't do that. Now I see the point. It's all about being more efficient with your movement within your mouth, keeping things tighter, and having more choice over whether you use your cheeks to circular breathe, your jaw, your tongue. Do you bring your tongue in for a toot? Do you leave it out? Are your lips strong enough to play the wide range of didgeridoo sounds? So that's a lot packed into what's basically a little concept. An in-breath during a trumpet. So good luck, practice that. Please let me know if you have any questions. And I'm also really interested in learning more rhythms based on this technique. I hear a lot of them out there and can't quite break them down yet. So I've come up with my own simple one. One more time. But that's giving me some space in the rhythm to be able to make those trumpet notes. I want to know more rhythms that rely on that technique. So please share them with me. I love your feedback, and happy playing.